You have seen scenes like this time and time again. Officers coming into contact with illegal drugs requiring a dose of Narcan. But today, a step forward. Ohio Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown introduced a bill that would help local and state agencies buy drug screening devices.
Really allowing officers to then detect drugs like fentanyl and carfentanil right at the scene. 9 on your side reporter TJ Parker is live in Newtown with what tri-state officers think about this bill. TJ?
Well, local law enforcement loves this idea. The device that we're talking about is about the size of a remote control. It will allow officers to detect the drugs that they're dealing with on a scene, sometimes potentially dangerous drugs. It will also keep them from having to touch those drugs. Get him. Just this month, a Columbus police officer came into contact with an unknown drug after making a traffic stop.
Help's on the way, buddy.
Fellow officers had to use Narcan on him. It ended up being meth, an all too common danger officers coming into contact with potentially life-threatening drugs.
If I can't see it, taste it, feel it, or smell it, I don't want nothing to do with it.
Now, Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown is proposing a bill that would help law enforcement buy a screening device similar to this one being used by Border Patrol agents to ID the drugs they're dealing with, especially the deadly fentanyl and carfentanil.
Fentanyl, as you have heard, I'm sure many times, all of you, is 50 times stronger than heroin. Carfentanil is even worse. It poses an unprecedented safety risk to officers in the field.
Brown is building upon the Interdict Act, which gave Customs and Border Protection agents the device to stop the drug from coming into the United States. Brown says it would also protect officers from overexposure to drugs.
It's a step in the right direction.
It's a step in the right direction. I actually think that we're actually being heard.
Newtown Police Chief and member of the Hamilton County Heroin Coalition Task Force, Tom Synan, says most times officers aren't sure what they're dealing with.
We want our officers going home safely, and a tool that we can use on the street that helps keep them safe is significant.
Synan says a screening device is needed.
Any tool that we can get that helps us do the job more safely is a tool that not only that we welcome, but we actually we need it. It's a good thing.
Now, work on the bill is moving forward as we speak. In the meantime, local agencies are still not field testing those drugs because of the hazard.
Well, tonight, the I-Team gets exclusive access to the agents on the front line of the war on drugs. The officers who work at our local airports screening suspicious packages for heroin, fentanyl, and opioids.
Every day, as planes touch down at JFK, they bring thousands of passengers and nearly 1 million boxes, bags, and envelopes. The packages are screened in this warehouse by Customs and Border Protection for deadly secrets, opioids lurking inside. The one that has everyone's attention is the flood into JFK of fentanyl, a drug that's often mixed with heroin and has destroyed countless lives in the tri-state.
Such a minute amount can kill you.
Fentanyl is roughly 80 to 100 times more potent than morphine.
Because it can lurk in any package, masks are mandatory. If fentanyl gets into the air, it can be deadly. Another pattern that's clear.
This package is coming from Germany.
Is where drugs come from. China is the source of most fentanyl and date rape drug shipments. India is usually heroin.
The work being done here each and every day is saving lives.
In the JFK mail branch, Mark Santia, News 4 New York.
At the JFK mail facility in New York City.
This one we may have to take a second look at. Clearly not beauty products.
A made-up declaration can't disguise a mysterious white powder hidden inside a box from China.
Let's take a look, guys. Once parcels are identified, they're brought in here for testing. I don't want to be exposed to white powders. We have to safely handle it.
If this were carfentanil, 3 grains of this would be enough to kill me.
1 unit of carfentanil is 10,000 times as potent as a unit of morphine.
So right now I'm just going to use this machine, which is a handheld Raman laser that we use in the field. A couple of clicks of a button, and we can test right through the packaging. We're not exposed. Okay, so it's searching through its library right now. There we go, furanylfentanyl, which is an analog of fentanyl hydrochloride. What somebody did was they took fentanyl and just changed it a little bit chemically, and it's a new variant. All the drugs that come through here nowadays primarily are synthetics. That's the new trend.
Chemically altered synthetic drugs are more likely to evade CBP detection tools.
So our equipment and our knowledge base is kind of changing to evolve with that, and it's a learning curve.
This is a Schedule I narcotic. This is not something that should hit the street. Even something as little as this can harm a lot of people.